In boxing, a lot of people talk about speed beats power, power beats speed. For me, timing beats everything. Fast hands, quick reflexes, these things help, but if you don't have the timing to work with those attributes, you're kind of wandering through in the dark without a flashlight. Speed by itself doesn't win fights, but timing does. Timing makes power count more. When you time a punch right, you don't need full power. A lot of the time when I'm sparring and I land a clean shot and someone gets hurt, I realistically don't think I was throwing too hard. But because I had the right timing, I had the right technique, the shot goes. But sometimes I'll throw a bomb and it lands and I don't know, what the f was that? But it didn't have the right timing. They knew it was coming. They had that level of anticipation. They half blocked it or braced and it didn't have as much of an effect. This is when I go on about boxing IQ. Boxing IQ is knowing when to punch, not just how. Majority of knockouts are people walking onto the shot. A lot of knockouts come from short counters, hooks and uppercuts, not because they're loaded up, but because they're perfectly timed and placed. Timing means you know when to punch, not just how fast you throw it. You can be the quicker fighter but still get beaten to the shot if you don't have the timing. Mike Tyson was one of the shortest heavyweights of all time with the shortest reach, but he would out-jab opponents because he would put himself in the better position, have the anticipation and the boxing IQ to land his jab and execute with timing over speed. It's all about picking your moment better than the other person. Timing controls the rhythm of the fight. It forces mistakes and creates openings. Every fighter moves with a rhythm, even if they don't realize it. If you can disrupt that rhythm with feints, off-tempo shots, you can control their timing, break their flow, and their timing breaks with it. Great timing isn't about being first, just right. It's about hitting your opponent when they're overcommitted, when they can't pull back, block, or recover. Think about a counter right hand. If I throw a lazy jab and I time it and come over the top with the right hand, my right hand will be more effective. I just have to time their lazy jab and then utilize my timing to come with the overhand right. The jab might be faster, but the right hand lands because it's clean, because it's well timed. Timing is a mental skill, not so much a physical one. It comes with a lot of practice, a lot of reps. It's about reading the body language. For me, I always say this is the engine and these are the wheels. If I want to see how fast and how long the car can go, I'm looking at this. These are just the wheels, right? I'm looking at which shoulder's coming forward, I'm looking at where the elbow is, and then I'm reacting to the hand. Just reacting to the hand and I'll get hit straight away. I react to the body and I analyze the body and I see everything turn over and react accordingly. It's having that innate ability to see a punch before it's thrown. You know what's coming and you meet it halfway. You utilize your timing and have that ability to counter at the right moment. It's not so much reflex as it's recognition. There are a lot of tells where you can see and determine a fighter when he's going to throw. The shoulders, like the chest, even the hips, even the legs when they're stepping in the feet. You can determine when they go and set up and utilize your timing to land the counterpunch and start your attack. Fighters with sharp eyes tend to have sharp timing. Patience is also a big part about timing. A lot of fighters lose timing because they get impatient. They just throw to stay active or force something that's not really there. But real timing comes from waiting and reading, then striking with precision when you have that moment and you capitalize. Composure is also something that is quite essential when we think about timing. Good timing only presents itself when you're calm enough to see. If you're flustered, if you're overwhelmed, you won't be able to react and process the information as well as when you're calm and you're composed in the moment. You see this all the time, especially when guys spar for the first time. They're nervous, they're jittery, and they go and they rush. Whilst you see more experienced boxers, more composed boxers, they're more calm and calculated. It's all about waiting that half a beat longer to land that perfect punch. Timing is definitely one of those things where it takes a lot of time to acquire. You can't just get it on day one. Some people from other sports that come into boxing, they have those natural reflexes and that ability to process information and understand someone else's body. But majority of the time, for the average Joe, it takes time to build on. You build it over time with mitt work, bag work, drills, sparring, etc. The more you train, the better your timing will get. So what really affects your timing in boxing? Reading your opponent's rhythm, seeing and dictating how your opponent throws his shots. What combinations does he throw? Understand how and when he throws. Having the ability to stay composed under pressure. Any physiological factor, fatigue, pain, etc. shouldn't break your psychological factors. You should still stay composed. Using draws and feints to see their reactions also aids in understanding what they're coming with and what they want to throw. Also, knowing when to hold back, knowing when not to just go all out, having that ability to pick your moments. In boxing, power fades, speed fades, but timing just gets better the smarter you fight. It's not about how fast you are, it's about when you land. Timing beats speed always.